This new pyramid shit that's just come out?
Oh, this is insane. Yeah, I was going to send this to you as well, Jamie. I'll send you one of the most comprehensive breakdowns of it on X.
The Giza Plateau is world-renowned for its monumental structures, but just 5 miles southwest lies a far more mysterious site, Zeti El Arian. In 1900, Italian Egyptologist Alessandro Basanti uncovered strange tombs and artifacts, hinting at a hidden history far older and more complex than anyone could have imagined. The site's purpose and connection to the Great Pyramid have puzzled scholars for years, with some suggesting that Zeti El Arian could hold answers to questions that would rewrite Egypt's history. Why, after all these years, does the Egyptian government continue to block access to this site? What truths are buried beneath the sands of Zeti El Arian? And why has this extraordinary discovery been kept from the world? The mysterious discovery. In May of 1900, Alessandro Basanti, already a respected Egyptologist known for his work on the tomb of Akhenaten, set out to explore the lesser-known Zeti El Arian. Initially focused on the nearby Leia Pyramid, Basanti was disappointed to find it in ruins, crumbling without artifacts or much historical significance. Disheartened but still curious, he decided to take an alternative route back to Giza, choosing to travel along an upper plateau that offered stunning views of the surrounding desert. It was on this route that he first spotted unusual signs, scattered granite fragments and fine granite powder that suggested stone cutting had once taken place. Intrigued, Basanti suspected this area could be the site of a hidden tomb or structure, its stone remnants likely buried beneath the sand. Basanti's intuition led him to assemble a team, and within 2 days of excavation, they uncovered an entrance to what appeared to be an enormous limestone pit, filled with large, heavy limestone blocks. These blocks were scattered carelessly, as though someone had made an effort to hide or bury something important. The discovery of these blocks raised suspicions that what lay beneath this pit might be far more significant than anyone had previously realized. Further excavation revealed more surprises. At a depth of 21 meters, Basanti's team unearthed a significant find: a large pink granite block. Pink granite, known for its durability and rarity, was typically reserved for only the most sacred or important structures. This discovery further fueled Basanti's belief that they were on the verge of uncovering something truly extraordinary. Over the coming weeks, more granite blocks, all pink in color, were revealed, leading Basanti to hypothesize that this was no ordinary site. This could be the entrance to a massive subterranean structure. As the excavation continued, a sense of mystery deepened with the discovery of intricate inscriptions carved into the granite blocks. Despite sending sketches to colleagues and Egyptologists in Giza and Cairo, there was no consensus on their meaning. Some experts suggested the inscriptions were part of an ancient script never before seen, while others speculated they could be part of an unknown language. The conflicting interpretations only added to the growing sense of anticipation, and Basanti's conviction that this site was far from ordinary grew stronger. The discoveries at Zeti El Arian raised more questions than they answered. Why had the site been so carefully concealed? Why use such rare and expensive materials for what appeared to be a foundation or a tomb? The question remained: could the inscriptions on the granite blocks hold the key to understanding this lost structure? And what role did the pink granite vat, which would later be found sealed with layers of lime and clay, play in the overall mystery? As Basanti and his team pushed deeper into the excavation, they unearthed more granite blocks that seemed to form an intricate, puzzle-like structure. Despite the advanced technology of their time, they struggled to move the blocks, which were interlocked with such precision that it was clear they had been designed to fit together seamlessly. The sheer scale and intricacy of the construction led Basanti to believe that this was no ordinary tomb or pyramid foundation. It was something far more complex and potentially far more important. As the excavation unfolded, Basanti's theory took shape. What they had uncovered was a subterranean world, deliberately hidden from view, and constructed with materials and craftsmanship far beyond what would be expected for a pyramid's foundation. He began to wonder, Could this underground structure have been built as part of a much larger and far older system than anyone had anticipated? The mystery surrounding the site continued to evolve. The more Basanti uncovered, the more questions arose about the true nature of this structure. By February 1905, Basanti had uncovered an enormous 30-ton granite block at the bottom of the pit. This final discovery seemed to indicate that the structure was not just a foundation, but something much more monumental. However, the challenge of uncovering what lay beneath remained. Was Zeti El Arian an extraordinary tomb or temple? Or was it something far beyond our current understanding of ancient Egyptian history? Could the Zeti El Arian site be the key to unlocking the hidden history of Egypt's ancient secrets? What did Basanti uncover that has remained concealed for over a century? The granitic enigma. As Basanti and his team continued their excavation at Zeti El Arian, they uncovered more and more extraordinary elements of the site. One of the most striking discoveries was an oval-shaped vat made of the same rare pink granite. This vat, which seemed to have been sealed with multiple layers of lime and clay, immediately captured Basanti's attention. Why had the ancient builders gone to such lengths to protect this vat? What purpose had it served? The intricacy of the sealing, as well as the pristine condition of the vat, suggested that it was not just an everyday object, but a significant relic, possibly associated with rituals or offerings of an important nature. When Basanti's team finally managed to remove the protective layers and uncover the vat, they were met with a surprising sight. Instead of finding treasures or relics inside, the team found only a thin black residue coating the walls of the vat. Initially disappointed, Basanti quickly came to a fascinating conclusion. The residue was likely the remnants of a liquid offering that had long evaporated. This discovery raised even more questions. Why had the vat been used for such offerings? And what exactly had been placed inside it? Could this residue be linked to a lost ritual or even a form of ancient technology? As the team continued to dig deeper, they discovered other signs of advanced construction, including perfectly interlocking granite blocks and a meticulously crafted staircase at the northern end of the pit. The craftsmanship of the staircase was unlike anything they had seen at other sites. It seemed far too refined for laborers. It had the look of something designed for ceremonial purposes. The staircase, paired with the vat and the intricate granite work, suggested that the site had a much more spiritual or symbolic function than originally believed. Basanti's conviction grew stronger with every new discovery. This was not just a tomb, nor a simple pyramid foundation. This was something far more complex, perhaps even sacred. Despite the growing evidence of something monumental beneath the sands, many of Basanti's colleagues remained skeptical. They dismissed his findings as an elaborate series of coincidences, insisting that the pit was merely the foundation of a half-finished pyramid. Yet Basanti refused to abandon his theory. The more he uncovered, the more he became convinced that this site was far more than what it appeared to be. The intricate carvings on the stones and the precise design of the vat, in particular, pointed to a level of architectural and ritual sophistication that was out of place for an unfinished pyramid. Then, something unexpected occurred that seemed to confirm Basanti's suspicions. A torrential rainstorm flooded the pit, and just as quickly as the waters arrived, they disappeared. It was as if the water had drained into a hidden chamber below, leaving the pit dry once more. Was this a natural phenomenon, or did it point to the existence of a subterranean chamber designed to hold and channel water? Basanti's team was left baffled, but increasingly convinced that this pit was not an ordinary burial site or unfinished pyramid. It was part of a larger, concealed system, perhaps even connected to a hidden chamber that was far more significant. The mystery of the Zeti El Arian site deepened as Basanti's team continued to unearth evidence that didn't fit with the accepted understanding of ancient Egyptian tombs and pyramids. The complex system of granite blocks, the sealed vat, the strange inscriptions. None of these elements could easily be explained away as ordinary construction or ritual objects. Every discovery seemed to suggest a far more sophisticated, far more secretive purpose. But as the work continued, so did the challenges. With dwindling funds and mounting skepticism from the academic community, Basanti faced increasing pressure to abandon his work. Nevertheless, Basanti's belief in the significance of Zeti El Arian only grew. He began to piece together a theory that connected this site to a much larger, forgotten narrative of ancient Egypt, one that extended beyond the known history of the pyramids and pharaohs. Could this be a part of an even more ancient and advanced civilization? Could it be a key to understanding the lost technology or knowledge that once existed in Egypt? The evidence was there, hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered. But as time passed, Basanti's financial resources dwindled, and the excavation was halted. By 1906, with no new funds forthcoming, Basanti was forced to abandon the excavation of Zeti El Arian. The site, though rich with promise, lay dormant for years. Basanti spent the remainder of his life searching for financial backers to continue his work, but the mystery of Zeti El Arian would remain unresolved until long after his death. What could be the real purpose of the mysterious vat found beneath the sands of Zeti El Arian? Was it part of an ancient lost ritual, or does it point to something far more extraordinary, an ancient technology that could rewrite history? The Forgotten Chamber. The mystery of Zeti El Arian remained unsolved for decades, largely forgotten by the academic community after Basanti's untimely death in 1917. However, the fragments of his research and the notes he left behind never faded entirely. In the 1960s, a team of Italian scholars, Vito Marajo and Celeste Rinaldi, sought to continue Basanti's work, but they faced significant setbacks, including bureaucratic roadblocks and a sudden, unexpected restriction on access to the site by the Egyptian government. In 1964, just as interest in Zeti El Arian was on the rise, the Egyptian government suddenly declared the area off-limits, designating it as a military base. This move raised eyebrows among scholars, as many believed the site could hold the key to uncovering a hidden history of ancient Egypt. What did the government know that others didn't? Why block access to a site that had been dormant for so long? The restriction sparked rumors that Zeti El Arian was more than just an ancient burial ground. It could be a site of profound significance. The government's decision to limit access added fuel to the fire, suggesting that there were secrets hidden beneath the sands that someone wanted to keep buried. Could this be connected to Basanti's belief that the site had more to offer than anyone realized? Was the government trying to suppress something far more advanced or dangerous than conventional history allowed? Despite the official restrictions, rumors persisted. Word leaked that the military had begun to conduct its own secretive research in the area, using advanced technology that had not been available to Basanti in his time. Some claimed that the military had uncovered hidden chambers beneath the sands, chambers that Basanti had missed, or perhaps had been deliberately hidden from view. These whispers only fueled the curiosity of both Egyptologists and conspiracy theorists alike. Over the years, Zeti El Arian continued to be a point of fascination, with new theories emerging about its purpose. Some suggested it could be part of an ancient subterranean network, potentially linked to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Could the Great Pyramid and Zeti El Arian share a common history, one that was too dangerous or advanced for the modern world to understand? Or was this simply an extension of a long-forgotten religious practice, one that was too alien for conventional interpretations of ancient Egypt? One of the most intriguing aspects of Zeti El Arian is the presence of intricate carvings and inscriptions that defy classification. These symbols have been the subject of intense debate among scholars, with no definitive conclusion on their origin or meaning. Could these inscriptions point to an entirely different form of communication or knowledge that has been lost to history? What could they be trying to tell us? In recent years, the discovery of what appears to be a hidden chamber beneath the pit has reignited interest in Zeti El Arian. Could this chamber be the final piece of the puzzle? A place where lost knowledge, or even treasure, is waiting to be uncovered? As archaeologists begin to revisit the site with modern technology, the possibility of discovering more about this mysterious structure grows more and more tantalizing. Despite the challenges and unanswered questions, the mystery of Zeti El Arian remains one of the most captivating and enigmatic chapters in the study of ancient Egypt. What is the government hiding at Zeti El Arian? Could the secrets buried beneath this site be too dangerous or too advanced for us to comprehend? The lost civilization connection. As interest in Zeti El Arian began to resurface in the 21st century, a new theory emerged that would challenge conventional beliefs about ancient Egyptian history and the purpose of the site. Archaeologists and researchers started exploring the possibility that Zeti El Arian, with its extraordinary architecture, complex layout, and enigmatic artifacts, might not only be linked to the Great Pyramid, but could be part of a larger and far older civilization, predating the established history of Egypt. If this were true, it would change everything we know about ancient history and the development of human civilization itself. For decades, the prevailing theory had been that ancient Egypt, as we know it, emerged gradually with the advent of the pharaohs and the building of the pyramids. But what if the story didn't start with the pharaohs? What if Zeti El Arian was part of an advanced society that existed long before the establishment of the dynastic period in Egypt, one that had knowledge and technologies far beyond what we currently believe the ancient Egyptians were capable of? The idea of a lost civilization, hidden beneath the sands of Egypt, was as thrilling as it was controversial. One of the key elements that fuels this new theory is the precision and scale of the granite blocks found at Zeti El Arian. These blocks were not only intricately carved and expertly shaped, but they also appeared to have been transported from distant quarries, a feat that defied the technology attributed to ancient Egyptians. Could the builders of Zeti El Arian have had access to lost knowledge or advanced tools that allowed them to create such an astonishing structure? Were these builders part of a forgotten civilization that laid the foundations for the Egypt we know today? Adding to the mystery are the inscriptions discovered within the pit and on the granite blocks themselves. Some researchers have begun to interpret these symbols as a form of lost language, one that could hold the key to understanding the forgotten people who built this site. These markings appear to be different from the traditional hieroglyphs used by later Egyptians, suggesting that they were the work of a civilization that predated the famous Egyptian dynasties. Could this be evidence of a writing system that was lost to time? A system that held knowledge far more advanced than anything Egyptologists have discovered so far. The presence of advanced architectural features at Zeti El Arian, such as the interlocking granite blocks and the strategically constructed staircase, suggests that the builders possessed not only a sophisticated understanding of engineering, but also an intricate knowledge of symbolic design. The site could be a massive ritual complex, intended to house secret knowledge or ancient technology that would have been too dangerous for the public to access. Some researchers propose that the pit, with its carefully concealed chambers and the mysterious vat, could have been part of an ancient energy system, perhaps even an ancient form of power generation or storage. Could this lost civilization have harnessed energy in a way that modern science has only begun to understand? Some theories even suggest that the layout of Zeti El Arian is aligned with astronomical bodies, indicating that the builders might have had an advanced understanding of the stars and the movements of celestial bodies. Could this site have been a form of ancient observatory, or was it part of a much larger system designed to interact with the cosmos in ways we have yet to comprehend? If so, could the ancient Egyptians, or the civilization that came before them, have had a deeper understanding of the universe that was concealed within their architecture? The implications of this theory are vast. If Zeti El Arian was part of a lost civilization, it could change the way we view not only Egypt's history, but the entire history of human civilization. Could it be that we are only scratching the surface of a much older and more advanced civilization? What if there is an ancient knowledge waiting to be rediscovered, one that could unlock secrets that have been hidden for millennia? Despite the growing evidence and mounting intrigue, the mystery of Zeti El Arian remains largely unsolved. With each new discovery, the questions become more complex, and the potential for groundbreaking revelations increases. Could the answers lie hidden beneath the sands, waiting for the right moment to be uncovered? Only time will tell, but the possibility of a lost civilization far older and more advanced than ancient Egypt continues to captivate researchers and enthusiasts alike. Could Zeti El Arian be the key to unlocking the secrets of a forgotten civilization that predates ancient Egypt? What advanced knowledge or technologies could be hidden within its walls, waiting to be uncovered? The inscriptions that defy time. As researchers continue to dig deeper into the mystery of Zeti El Arian, one of the most puzzling aspects of the site has been the inscriptions found on the granite blocks. These mysterious symbols, carved into the walls and stones, have baffled Egyptologists for years. While some believe the inscriptions are simply decorative or related to standard construction, others suspect that they may contain information far more significant, perhaps even offering a key to unlocking the true purpose of the site. But why do these inscriptions defy conventional interpretation, and what could they be trying to tell us? The inscriptions at Zeti El Arian are unlike the typical hieroglyphs found at other ancient Egyptian sites. They do not follow the standard patterns or symbolism commonly seen in later Egyptian texts. Instead, they feature strange, almost abstract forms that have led some researchers to propose that they represent a lost form of writing, one that has yet to be deciphered. Could this be evidence of a writing system that predates the Egyptian dynasties, one that was perhaps used by a civilization long forgotten by history? The use of this peculiar form of writing has sparked debate among scholars, many of whom argue that these inscriptions are simply decorative, or perhaps even symbolic in nature. However, others believe that they may represent something far more significant, a record of knowledge lost to time. Could these markings have been used to encode information about advanced technologies, religious practices, or even astronomical knowledge? The sheer complexity of the symbols suggests that they were not made hastily or without purpose, implying that they were created with great care and intention. One of the most fascinating aspects of these inscriptions is their apparent connection to the mysterious vat found earlier in the excavation. The symbols on the granite blocks seem to match the patterns found on the vat's residue, suggesting a possible connection between the two. Could the vat have been used to store something of great importance, and are these inscriptions a guide to understanding what that was? Could the vat have been part of a larger system of knowledge, one that was guarded by the builders of Zeti El Arian? Adding to the mystery, some researchers believe that the inscriptions may be linked to a much larger, more complex system of knowledge that extends beyond the site itself. If the inscriptions are indeed part of a forgotten language or code, could they represent a kind of blueprint for understanding ancient technologies or even spiritual practices? Could the builders of Zeti El Arian have left behind a hidden record of their greatest achievements, one that could change our understanding of ancient Egyptian culture? Another theory suggests that these strange inscriptions may be tied to the concept of ancient energy systems, potentially connected to the Great Pyramid of Giza. If the builders of Zeti El Arian had knowledge of energy systems that were far more advanced than anything we can comprehend, could these inscriptions hold the key to understanding how they harnessed that energy? Could the granite blocks, the vat, and the inscriptions be part of a larger, interconnected system designed to generate or store energy in a way that modern science has only begun to explore? Despite the skepticism of some scholars, the mystery of the inscriptions continues to intrigue researchers. The possibility that these markings represent a lost language, hidden knowledge, or even ancient technology remains tantalizing. As new technologies and methods of analysis are applied to the site, the hope is that we will eventually crack the code of Zeti El Arian. But for now, the mystery remains unsolved, and the question of what these inscriptions truly mean continues to linger in the minds of those who dare to explore the secrets of this ancient site. The enigmatic nature of these inscriptions has only deepened the mystery surrounding Zeti El Arian, leaving many wondering, could they hold the key to a hidden chapter of history, one that could alter our understanding of ancient Egypt and its place in the broader context of human civilization? What do the strange inscriptions at Zeti El Arian really mean? Could they be the key to uncovering a lost language or a hidden system of knowledge that predates Egypt's dynastic history? The secrets beneath the granite. The discovery of the intricate granite blocks and the mysterious structures at Zeti El Arian has led many archaeologists and historians to reconsider the conventional timeline of ancient Egypt. As researchers continue their exploration, new evidence suggests that the site could hold more than just buried ruins. It could be a treasure trove of ancient technologies and unknown practices. But what exactly lies beneath the massive granite blocks? And why was such an elaborate attempt made to conceal it? These questions have only become more pressing as each layer of the excavation reveals deeper mysteries. One of the most striking features of the excavation is the massive granite blocks that form the foundation of the pit. These blocks, which were meticulously crafted and interlocked, have been puzzling researchers for years. Unlike typical Egyptian stonework, these blocks are far more complex, featuring a level of precision and sophistication that defies the technological understanding of the time. Were these stones simply part of a grand construction project, or were they meant to conceal something far more significant beneath them? The question of concealment is a central theme in understanding the mystery of Zeti El Arian. The site appears to have been intentionally buried and hidden, with the granite blocks forming an elaborate barrier designed to keep whatever was hidden underneath safe from prying eyes. Some researchers suggest that the builders of Zeti El Arian deliberately crafted these blocks to be nearly impossible to remove, indicating that the structure was meant to remain untouched for millennia. But what was so important that it needed to be concealed in such a dramatic manner? Beneath these granite blocks, the excavation revealed an enormous subterranean chamber. At the center of the chamber, archaeologists found a large stone sarcophagus, unlike any other discovered in Egypt. This sarcophagus, made of solid granite, was not only large and imposing, but also baffling in its design. Unlike the simple burial chambers seen in other tombs, this one seemed to be purposefully constructed in a way that prevented easy access. Its location, deep beneath the ground and surrounded by intricate passageways and granite blocks, suggested that it may have been designed as a form of protection, guarding whatever lay inside from the world above. The structure surrounding the sarcophagus is equally perplexing. Researchers discovered that the chamber was lined with polished granite, and in some areas, the stone had been carved into delicate patterns, some of which seem to match the inscriptions found on the outer granite blocks. This has led some scholars to speculate that these patterns could hold the key to understanding the purpose of the site. Could they represent a form of ancient code, or were they part of a more elaborate system meant to convey knowledge or energy? As more excavation work was done, it became clear that the construction of this site was not only advanced for its time, but it also displayed a level of understanding of stonework that modern engineers find difficult to replicate. The precise fitting of the granite blocks, the intricate carvings, and the hidden chambers suggest that the builders possessed a technology or knowledge that modern researchers have yet to understand fully. What kind of society could have had such expertise in stone carving and construction, and what was their purpose in creating this extraordinary structure? The evidence found at Zeti El Arian suggests that the site was not just a place of burial, but a center of great importance. It might have been a ceremonial site, a hub of knowledge, or even an energy-producing structure. Some researchers believe that the vat and its strange residue could be evidence of an ancient system designed to harness or store energy, pointing to the possibility that the builders of Zeti El Arian were capable of using advanced technologies that are far beyond the capabilities of ancient Egypt as we know it. As the site continues to reveal its secrets, the mystery of Zeti El Arian deepens. What was the true purpose of the subterranean chamber? Was it a place of hidden knowledge, advanced technology, or even an energy center? The unanswered questions continue to mount, and as we dig deeper into the heart of Zeti El Arian, we may find that its significance extends far beyond the boundaries of ancient Egypt itself. Could the chamber and its hidden sarcophagus be part of an ancient energy system, or perhaps a lost repository of knowledge that challenges everything we know about ancient Egypt's technological capabilities? The political cover-up. The mystery surrounding Zeti El Arian has raised not only archaeological interest, but also political suspicion. In the 1960s, the Egyptian government restricted access to the site by building a military base over it, sparking questions about why they would seal off such a promising excavation site. Many speculated that Zeti El Arian contained artifacts or knowledge that could challenge Egypt's established historical narratives, particularly regarding the potential existence of a civilization that predates Egypt's dynastic period. After the government's intervention, many archaeologists were forced to abandon their work, shifting focus to more politically acceptable sites like the Great Pyramid. However, rumors about the government's involvement and the site's importance persisted. Some believe the government may have recognized the site's significance before researchers did, fearing that its discovery could destabilize Egypt's political climate. There are further reports of materials being removed from the site, fueling suspicions of a cover-up. Some question whether the government's actions were aimed at controlling the narrative surrounding Egypt's ancient past, potentially to protect its political system. As new excavations continue, the mystery remains, leaving us to question whether the government's interest is genuinely about preserving history or if there are deeper political motives at play. What truths is the government trying to conceal, and why? As the secrets of Zeti El Arian continue to be hidden beneath layers of sand and political intrigue, the questions surrounding this mysterious site only grow more compelling. The Egyptian government's decision to restrict access to the site raises troubling possibilities about what may lie beneath, and the lengths they're willing to go to keep those secrets concealed. Is it really about preserving Egypt's history, or is there something far more politically significant at play? As researchers continue to push for answers, we are left to wonder, what truths could Zeti El Arian reveal, and why are they so fiercely protected? The search for answers continues. Will we ever uncover the full story? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating explorations into the mysteries of our past. See you in the next video.